Hello and welcome to the ADHD Girls podcast with me, Laura.
And me, Claire.
So today we're going to talk about nature and women with ADHD. Claire?
Well, I think we know that we're both really big into having those walks in nature. We try and meet up, don't we, in the parks?
Anywhere green apart from. So today it is absolutely pouring sideways here in the UK. So we are not outside. We did try.
We really did try, but it was just heavy rain and it's pretty grim here at the moment, isn't it?
It's cold, damp, wet, rainy, windy. It's typical Britain. But yeah, it's not. Some days you just have to accept defeat and go, not today. But normally nature is just so helpful. So today we're going to start off with how has ADHD shown up for us this week? Claire?
So I think I have overcommitted to a lot of things this week. It's December. There are lots of things happening, even though I'm trying to minimise them, but I just committed to too many things. And yesterday I was like, right, you're not going to be able to carry that out and that. You're going to have to make a choice. And it was really tough because when I said yes a few weeks ago, I was like, yeah, no problem. But when it got to Saturday, I was like, yeah, I can't really be in two places almost at the same time. And unfortunately, one of those things was going to a gym class, so I had to cancel that. I'm glad I did. It was the right decision to make because I just knew it was just too much and I needed a rest. But
any guilt?
There was some frustration and there was some internal kind of, you can do it. You just need to push through and you've got time. But I knew that coming back from the, spin class and then, so, I'm doing it to help my mental well-being. I know I feel good after spin, but I thought, no, I do actually need a bit of a rest because I was singing it in the afternoon and it would just be too much. So there was a slight bit of guilt, but I didn't let it linger.
Good. Yeah. 'Cause that's so important of recognizing your needs and just saying no. So that's good.
And yourself, how's it shown up for you this week, Laura?
Well, I love my notepads. I love my writing. And I am that person who will go in and be like, oh my God, that's so pretty. And if I buy that, my life is going to just be enhanced by this notepad because I'm going to write so much in it. And that's going to really help my creative flow, my creative energy. And this notebook is what I need because it's perfect.
And it's the only one you've needed. You've been searching for your whole life and this is going to solve everything.
It's there. It's just glowing, waiting for it. So I pay a ridiculous amount of money for this notepad and I bring it home and you know where this is going. It doesn't get used because it's too pretty and I cannot ruin it because only the perfect words and the perfectness can be used in this notepad, all 20 of them that are set upstairs crying at me. And I don't get to use it. And then I feel the guilt of, oh my God, I spent all that money on this super pretty notepad and it's just sitting there looking at me, taunting me. So today I bought the cheapest. It's 75p. It's the most it's not even a notepad. I don't know what you call this. Like just it's just paper with lines.
It's very boring. It's actually beige and it's really basic. I think it's just like refill paper. It's not even a notepad as such, is it?
And I'm using it more because it doesn't matter if it gets ruined.
Yeah.
It's not pretty as ours, but it's usable. And I'm using it. So
well, that's great. So that's basically giving you that motivation to start something, whereas otherwise you'd be looking at it going, I need to start. But you've actually just gone, well, it doesn't matter.
I can just use it. I can tear pages out.
Straight into it.
It's cheap as well. It's 75p. It doesn't matter. And all the notepads upstairs are like, what does his crap pad for 75p have that we do not? We are so beautiful and pretty and we're just sitting here. It's like, So that's how my ADHD has shown up, that I've actually got stuff started on ugliness.
That's brilliant. I think a lot of us can relate to the notepad and the pens and the shiny new things. And
it's not just any pen. It has to be a pen that's really like soft and, when it glides across the paper and it's just...
It's really got to be just right, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's not the hard one. I've got this one.
Nice.
It's got a lot of rubbery.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Bit.
Mine's quite similar.
And it's a lovely flow. It's really soft to touch and it's just, it just glides across the paper. So I spent more money on the pen than the notepad, but it's working for me. So that's how my ADHD is working this week. So getting into the nature. So I just find when everything's chaotic and I find with my ADHD, everything is so big. There's so much going on in my mind that getting out into fresh air and with nature, it's just natural sounds. There's no hopefully wherever nature is, there's no cars or sometimes there's people, but normally can get into a place where there's not many people. And that's what I find my brain needs.
Yeah.
Just that real getting back to basics. And for me, nature is just about, like, the earth is our home. And it's just going back into that whole spiritual sense. You're just going back into something quite basic. We're so built up, we live in concrete jungles, and it's just going back into the natural way of being, of how our ancestors lived.
Well, it's more grounding, isn't it, as well?
Yes. And it's just getting back in, seeing animals, seeing the rustling of the leaves, seeing the changes as well in seasons. Like at the moment, all the leaves, like, the oranges, the reds. And
I'm just going to say one thing about the noises, because we live in southeast London, and there's quite a few of these parakeets that are lovely to look at, but they are so noisy. And they're non-native species, and I do love them, but that is one of the noises I'm not that happy about hearing when I'm in the parks. I have to say, they're very, very
You're not
noisy.
used to it.
No,
it's like,
and they sort of overtake all the sort of native species like the blackbirds and the thrushes, and you hear these really loud parakeets. So, yeah, that's probably one sound that's perhaps not.
It probably sticks out because it
does stick out. Yeah, they're very loud.
Yeah. I've seen them before in the trees, and you're like, it feels like, for a second you're somewhere tropical and you're abroad, and then they're like, no, it's still in South London. So going, like, after a mentally draining day, I just find it's that, I wouldn't say reset exactly, but it's there, but you just feel like a bit more refreshed. I find it's like my brain is a bit more, okay, I needed that. I just needed maybe, it's almost like to do nothing. So I find our brains are always doing something.
Yeah.
It's always, okay, there's this. And we're not meant to be doing what we're meant to, what we are doing, of emails, text messages, meeting this person, work, talking to this, now doing that, and I have to sort that out. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Oh yeah, I'm doing this. I'll have to update it's constant.
I feel like it gives you that break, doesn't it?
Yes. I can just be,
instead of the sort of the waves of activity are really close together and really frequent. It's just like, no, we can slow down a little bit.
Yes. And you don't have to be anyone. No. That makes sense. Like out there, you're just another human walking along. You're not, I think nature doesn't expect anything from you.
No.
That's why I like there's nothing expected of me. Like wherever I go, something's expected of me. But when you go into nature, nothing's expected of you.
Yeah. And you can you realise all that pressure's on you, and it's just like taking that off and having to give yourself a break.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's just taking off of.
But why is it particularly good for those of us with ADHD?
I do feel, our minds are just constantly racing. They're constantly looking for, okay, this activity, that activity. Like, it's based on survival. It's based earlier on we were in the cafe and there's so much noise. So you're taking in the chairs being dragged, talking. There's like 100 conversations going on around you. You're not listening to them, but you're aware of them and your brain is processing. Then it's like, well, that person's moving there. Or this person's doing, they're that. And I find my brain is constantly working to figure things out. And I think nature, I don't need to figure anything out. There's no unnatural, like earlier on with the chairs dragging, I was really starting to oh God, put the rubber things on the chairs down here. And there's no unnatural sounds. There's nothing expected of you. You're just there to be. It's almost like nature accepts you for you.
I feel it satisfies my curiosity and spotting patterns in a more, I would say, a healthier way than being in an indoor environment. So, say we're indoors, like talking about the cafe earlier, there was so many, like, you don't want to, but you end up picking up other people's conversations. And if you're outside in nature, you can be picking up bird song. You could be picking up squirrel chattering away. You could pick up rustling in the trees, the sound of the wind in the trees. So it's different. It's still satisfying that urge to be making connections between things, and taking in lots of sensory input, but an altogether more peaceful.
Yeah, because I find the noises earlier in the cafe, everything was man-made and it wasn't, I wouldn't say stressful, but it wasn't calming. While in nature, everything is calm. Like it's meant to, because like on YouTube, there's all the bilateral beats, delta, and it's all natural sounds. It's all about like bird song or rustling of leaves. And you think that is a natural sound. Well, 10,000 people in what felt like 10,000 people in a cafe dragging chairs and the coffee machine going and clattering of plates and clattering of this.
Yeah, they're not particularly peaceful.
No,
The environment's quite. It shouldn't be stressful, but it felt it.
Yeah, it's quite. There was a lot going on, and I found with my ADHD brain, my brain's trying to take it all in, and there's so much to take in. Well, I think you don't need to. I could switch my brain off. Right, you don't need to take any of this nonsense in. It's not beneficial for me. My brain's just on. It's
I feel like
aware.
there's 20 channels, just for example, and they're all trying to tune in. And I'm like, I only need about 2 open at a time, but if I could just get rid of like 18 of those channels.
Yeah.
Because it's all extra noise and extra inputs that I don't need.
I don't need them. Like, we were trying to talk. I remember I'm focusing on you. I can hear what you're saying, but there's so much going on in the background. Well, I think in nature, when we sit down and chat, the focus is 100%, like there's nothing else going on. We can just relax. And I feel like I can just take in the scenery. There's nothing else to focus on.
Would you say everything's more in harmony as well, like all the sensory inputs?
Yes. It's natural. It's more natural for us to just sit there, chat, and, before you know it, 3 hours have gone, and we're chatting away, and it's real nice to have that connection of, we've got this shared, ADHD happened this, and you're sharing your ADHD, and it's just nice to have that natural connection in a natural place.
Yeah.
Over manic cafe.
Yeah.
And to me,
in the lead up to Christmas.
Yeah. It was lovely because it had all Christmas stuff, and that was nice to look at. But again, it's just an overload for my brain. So that's why today, talking about nature, to have that contrast on the times we've sat outside.
It's been quite stark in difference, isn't it, really? We both said today, like, we really wanted to get outside after a drink, but it just wasn't working, was it?
We were in this garden centre, and it is absolutely horrific weather.
Horizontal rain.
Yeah, it was just like, I think a month's worth of rain just today. And it really amplified of like missing nature, missing just such a basic thing of, I wish we could just go and find a nice bench and sit there. I mean, we could do, but we'd be soaked to the soul.
We'd have a whole load of other sensory inputs to deal with.
Soaking wet. Then we'd be like, oh my God, we're going to get cold. We're going to have
this. I hate having wet trousers.
Yeah.
It really, the sensation against my skin of wet clothing is really unpleasant.
Yeah, same.
It's just not worth it.
I feel my bones are cold and I just can't. And then that's it. My ADHD is like, no, I'm cold now. And I struggle to get warm, even if I'm home and literally lay myself across a radiator. I'm still cold. And I hate that. I hate that. But it's so, nature, I find it's for me frustrating this time of year, not being able to just go, we'll go for a walk. When it's absolutely howling it down, and by 4 o'clock it's dark.
Oh no!
So I can't even think, I'll go out later. The restriction on my access to nature, I feel, has quite a big impact on me. What about you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, yesterday, I think yesterday morning was quite sunny, and I couldn't get organised enough to get out, and I really felt it got to the end. I was like, it's another day where I haven't had any kind of outdoor in nature. Yeah. So it is hard, isn't it? Definitely this time of year.
Because I find as well, because like we've got so much internalized, like criticism, guilt, shame, low self-esteem, like negative self-perception. And that is so, a lot of ADHD girls have this. And I feel with nature, it's almost that thing of, I can go somewhere where I don't need
none of that matters.
Anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need to be anything. Like if you go anywhere, there's always people, there's always something where you think, I need to be a certain way. And in nature, you can just feel, it doesn't matter what I wear. It doesn't matter what I look like. It's just, I can just go for a walk.
Because we're both late diagnosed ADHD. So we've spent a few decades, thinking that there was something wrong with us. We weren't living up to expectations. We were always wrong. We were always out of sync. And I think, it's just connecting back with what you really are and taking away that shame and from not knowing what was going on and why you found things so difficult. So I think that we do carry around quite a lot of that. So
yes, that's sadly
kind of ourselves
around. And because I find nature as well kind of restores my attention. And there is a body of scientific literature, I think it's the attention restoration theory or something, that natural environments allow the directed attention system to rest.
Oh, wow.
Because nature offers soft fascination that doesn't demand like effortful attention. Because everything's just around you and it's there. You're not like the TV is constant. Oh, okay, I have to look at TV. Oh, there's a radio with it. Okay, I have to listen to radio. But with nature, there's nothing screaming for you to look at me.
So nothing or nobody's actually saying to you, I need you to do this.
No.
In this timeline. It's just existing.
Yeah.
And you're not needed. It's going to carry on without you.
Yes.
It was there this morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's there when you get there at 11 o'clock and it's still there the next day.
Yes.
Carrying on. So it's doing its own thing. You're kind of observing, but you're not needed to be doing anything.
Yes. That's what I think is the biggest thing of you're not needed to do. Like you said, you're just there to enjoy it and it doesn't take anything from you.
And then there's lots of things, like I say, you can still have your interest in. You can be taking in so much around you, but it's a different sort of interest. There's no demands on you.
Yeah, and it's all like the greener environments, because we're talking like, because we live in, South London, everything's brick.
Yeah.
Or, and it's just that burst of nature. It does do something to your brain. Like there's so many studies on nature and the brain and the smell of the earth and all the plants and everything. And I think you sometimes forget, like, you need that. You really do need that. That has such a huge impact on you. Your not just physical health, but your mental health.
Yeah.
It's sometimes a bit lost because you get into your day to day and you get overwhelmed. Oh, I have to go to work and I have to do this. And then you forget, actually, I just need to sometimes be outside.
Yeah.
Just be. There's nothing's expected of you. So if you're thinking, where do you start? What do you think? What can we suggest?
Well, why not start with like just 20-minute walk and try and focus on all different senses that are coming in. So, the smells, the sounds, the sensation of the wind or the still air against your face. Start with that and just think of some sensory inputs.
Yeah, I went on a forest bathing event and they were there going, focus on the different colours. Because they're like, obviously it's green, but all the trees have different green, the grass, the bushes, they're all, once you really look, it's all a different shade of green.
So much
and
variation of green, isn't there?
Yeah, and as well, they were like, look at, because the other thing as well with the eyesight, they're saying like, because people are so used to start looking at the screen, it's that one distance for your phone.
Short distance, isn't it?
Yes. And they're saying like, try and look at things really far away and focus on that.
Yeah.
And focus something a bit closer, then a bit. So it really gives your eyes that exercise where you think everyone used to like, oh yes, that's far away, that's here. But now it's so limited on when you're driving, you're kind of not looking that far ahead. When you're at work, it's normally a screen or something kind of in a close proximity. So maybe you're trying to give your eyes that little, I'm going to look as far away as I can and really focus on that and then just look at things in different distances.
Well, I can definitely do that because I'm now long-sighted. I wear my glasses for up close. That's no problem for me. I've got anything in the distance I can easily see.
And it's just nice because you think you notice things that you wouldn't, if you're just out and about, you wouldn't really think to take that in. But if you're literally just there to look and you've got nothing else to do, because we're always so busy, we're rushing here, rushing there and doing this, you're not really taking in your environment.
I think it sort of expands your mindset as well. It's like rather than seeing what's directly in front of you, it's that, we aren't really looking too far ahead. So it's kind of like, so what's directly in front of you, have a look, kind of zoom out and see what's going on. Because oftentimes we can be really stuck on something. But if you can zoom out and see a slightly bigger picture, sometimes that can help. So it's kind of works in a metaphorical sense as well as the physical sense, in that your eyes need that break from looking at the screen.
And as well, the different distances. And you might kind of notice something you didn't I didn't realise there was that building or that was there. Because I think you're so kind of just focused on your normal environment that you don't, I didn't realise that was there or that was...
Yeah, I think I remember looking down when we were like forest bathing and I was like, there's a train line down there. I didn't know there was a train line. Where's that going? And it's like, okay, something else
different
to have a little dive into.
Now, we appreciate sometimes it depends where you live, or maybe you're not physically able, or personally as a woman, I am very conscious of being outdoors alone.
Especially when it's dark.
It's getting dark and
darky.
Yeah. So if maybe you're thinking, oh God, I can't go out too far, bring nature to you. Get some plants, or I don't know, even those little, what do you call those little cactus type They're like cactus.
Do you mean succulents?
That's it.
I love succulents.
Those things are really easy.
They don't require a lot of space.
No, you can.
They're slow growing.
Die, really.
Yeah, they're quite.
I mean, whenever I used to go to IKEA, I think, which plant am I going to take home to kill? Whenever I got anything from there, it didn't survive. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just me but me and IKEA plants do not get on.
Let's say it's probably because they haven't had the best start, probably, and they've been.
Yeah, I don't
it's not us. It's
them. Yeah, it's that. But yeah, see if what you can bring home. Like maybe you think, I'll just get a nice plant. I think there are certain plants that are meant to help with air circulation, and every single one of their names has gone out of my head. I actually looked at this and this is another ADHD thing. I look at it and go, that was my thing. I need plants that like help with air circulation and like regulate air and bring in.
Well, we were in the garden centre this morning and we were both saying, we're like ferns.
Oh, yeah.
And was it ever Monstera?
Monstera? Something like that.
Yeah.
Really pretty.
Anyway, they're mainly green.
Yeah.
These ones are green leaves, no flowers, but yeah, I think there's a plant for every environment, every indoor environment.
Yeah. And we saw those.
Oh, the little things in the glass.
Yes.
Geranium?
That's it, geraniums.
Yeah.
This is pure ADHD. I've been looking at all this stuff and my brain's like, no, I'm not going to tell you the name of it. No, not going to do that. But yeah, the geraniums, they're very pretty. So kind of maybe bring it to you. But normally there is a part or just something. I've seen so many people that are just sitting on benches with books or phones or whatever. I think as long as you're just outdoors, it's just sometimes that gives you just that little bit of a boost. And I think sometimes that's all you need, just that little boost of, at least I've done something. So we're trying to encourage you to do something outdoors this week. I know it's hard, and really, if you're living near us and you're going to be looking at the weather going, what, are you serious? Yes, we are. So try and just do something, even if it's like we went to a garden centre, or you could even go into a shopping mall, or just, I know it's not Nate, but just get outdoors. There will be a tree nearby and just do something. I mean, this week is meant to be better on Wednesday. So just do even 5, because I find the hardest part is just before you do it. Once you're out doing it, you're like, this is fine.
And during that time you're out, try and be a little bit mindful and try and take in some of the things we were saying about. So the sounds, the smells, the touch. Hug a tree. I don't know. Do whatever. But
hug a tree.
Yeah, just just spend, if it's 10 minutes, just try and think and observe and note what's going on and how you feel.
If you're into that kind of thing, maybe take a notebook, make sure it's ugly as anything.
Yeah.
You'll use it.
You
never know, just write down some notes. You might surprise yourself. This is kind of pushing yourself out your comfort zone, maybe doing something you wouldn't normally do, but then it's not a bad thing. It's definitely something I feel has really helped us.
Definitely.
And however you feel comfortable, or, I mean, I don't know, spending time in nature can't be uncomfortable unless you're in the woods at 3:00 in the morning. That's a different story. But yeah, just try and do something where you think, okay, do you know what? There's always been a park, or there's always been somewhere, or even like think, do you know what? I haven't been to the seaside for a long time. Do something where you think, do you know what? I really want to do that, but I've been putting it off because of whatever. And just do it, really kind of go, do you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to do it and see how I feel afterwards. Genuinely, I've never come from when I felt really bad and I've had time outdoors. I always come away and think, do you know what? That I do feel better now. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I might have is a bit of mild irritation at those parakeets. They're particularly bad at sort of, is it dusk when they're all coming back to roosts, all flocking, But, that's the only kind of irritation I can really think of, but it's not, it's not a lasting thing. So we're going to round up this week with our regular feature, which is the No Shame Zone, where we look at something that has caused us to be criticised, judged, belittled throughout our life. Or it might have only happened once, but it's something that stuck with you, and try and reframe it. So, Laura, what would you like to talk about in the No Shame Zone?
It's that time of year with the jams. Now, my daughter loves going to school and bringing home various jams for me to try. She loves this. This is her hobby. So I swear. And I feel like this time of year, I'm always kind of, once I don't fully get over something, but then something else comes along and I feel like I'm constantly run down. And previously I'd always feel bad. I can't rest because everyone else gets on with it. This is, I hear of I just get on with it. I just get on with it. And especially I think in parent circles, you hear this, you've got this martyr who's, I died last week, but I got on with it. I still did the school run.
You only died once.
I know.
I mean, I died twice.
I know, 3 times. And then, I picked up my 18 kids from school. I took them all I took each one to a different practice.
Yeah.
And, there's this superwoman where you think you can't say, I just had a rest today, because you're a failure then, or people just give you this look of like, oh my God, you managed to rest. Oh, I never rest because, I work 72 days a week. And,
lunch is for wimps. And all
that. Yeah. What do you mean rest? Like, no. And I always kind of like, and this week I was like, do you know what? I'm ill. I'm just going to rest. Shock horror. I said it. I rested. I actually just rested. And I did sleep, for a long time over the weekend, and I just rested because that's what I felt like, I need it. I need to rest because then I know I'm going to get better quicker.
Yeah.
And it's that feeling of constantly being drained and pushing. Previously I would, because it was just like, that's what you have.
Because your brain's probably working so fast, you sort of think your body's got to keep up the same speed.
Yeah, it's just constant go. And I just feel like, and I wouldn't be productive though. I couldn't, I'd be absolutely useless. But it was this whole, I can't say I'm going to rest. And no, I'm going to say I did rest over the weekend because I wasn't feeling well, and I did just rest. So there, I said it. What about you, Claire?
So with the changeable weather that we have in this country, I do really struggle with choosing what to wear. And I feel slightly embarrassed saying that. It's like, what do you mean I don't know what to wear? I don't know about anyone else, but I find it really hard sometimes to know how to get dressed.
Mm-hmm.
As in what to choose. Because it's not just whether I'm at work, whether I'm at home, so it can be activity based, but it can also be how I'm feeling, and that's quite a hard thing to pin down. And so I look at concrete things like the weather, my activities for the day, where I'm going, but it's also how I feel. So, for instance, I was saying to you today, I really wanted to wear this new cardigan I got.
Mm-hmm.
It's wool, and I know that I can't wear wool next to my skin because that sets off a lot of sensory problems, itching, and it's not very nice. But I really like this cardigan. It's got it on Vince. I'm really happy with it. So I was like, okay, I need to make sure I wear something underneath it. It's like, I can't find the thing I want to wear underneath it. So I suppose what I'm trying to say is it's not just about the physical act of getting dressed. I never quite know how I'm going to feel in the morning. So there's quite a lot of decisions and executive function to try and think ahead and what I'm going to need. So yeah, it is quite tough. And
sensory as well, it sounds
definitely
like.
Sensory. Yeah. And people will say to me, I'll just, lay my clothes out the night before and just put those clothes on. So it's like, that sounds great, sounds really simple, but like I say, it doesn't take into account how I might be feeling that day and that morning. So yeah, I need to allow myself a bit more time. It's fine to have a few options to think what it is I need that day. As I've got older, comfort has become so much more important. That's probably the most important thing about how I get dressed.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay to be like that and say, actually, I need not to be distracted by something that feels scratchy or wrong on me.
Yeah, I've had that of where I bought a top and or sometimes where you order something online and then it arrives and it's like, this is really itchy. This is horrible. And you think, I'm going to take it back. And then it just kind of stays in your room for 3 years. And then you finally think, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But I'm never going to wear it because it's just too, I order stuff from online and then it arrives and it's like, that's not soft. It's not
nice, is it?
No. So I know what you mean. It's hard because then I feel I'm so over thinking of, I can feel this. I can feel every hair of this against my skin. And I sometimes wear a tank top, but obviously it depends on what the garment is.
Yeah.
You say, I can still feel some of it on me. And then now I'm too hot because I've got two tops on. And then it's a whole joy of joys.
And I know that certain things I eat will make me feel really hot. It's like, what am I eating that day? There's quite a lot of things I have to take into consideration when I'm getting dressed. It's like, if I eat that, I know it's going to make me feel too warm. And then if I wear that, so it is.
That's going to make me bloat. So I need to wear something that isn't tight around my waist.
Should I wear a dress? Yeah. So,
yes. So hope you've enjoyed listening to us and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.